We got another Nintendo eShop sale that is live right now with the NIS America sale. Some good deals as a part of that. And also, I want to let you guys know about a pretty solid deal over on GameFly on a copy of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. If you're okay with picking up a used copy of that, you can get that a little bit cheaper. So more on that in just a little bit. Remember to hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell notification icon. You'll be notified whenever we upload the video, and it helps out the channel, so thanks a lot. But first of all, the NIS America sale, pretty solid all things considered. Pretty Can I Really Be the Hero and Pretty 2 Dawn of Operation Panties Dude, $14.99 for each of these. These are, of course, coming from the Disgaea games, Pretty being an iconic character as a part of that franchise. This is a set of pretty charming platformers. I actually played these back on the PSP, and I had a pretty good time with them way back in the day. And for 15 bucks a pop, I wouldn't say it's a bad price at all. Maybe wait for it to get a little bit cheaper. I think at $10 this would be a really good price. At 15, it's still pretty solid though. RPG Maker MV is 35 bucks. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3 is $36. What a great franchise of games Legend of Heroes is. Unfortunately, Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 are not on the Nintendo Switch. They were published by Xseed, I believe. So publishing issues kind of get in the way of bringing those games to the Switch. Hopefully at some point we can get that ironed out so, people with a Switch only don't have to jump into Trails of Cold Steel 3 and can play 1 and 2, because this game is incredibly story-driven, and jumping into Trails of Cold Steel 3 isn't ideal. If you can somehow, I don't know if you guys have a PlayStation Vita, a PlayStation 3, some sort of platform that can play Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2, a PC, because the games aren't too hard to run. Play those and then jump to Trails of Cold Steel 3. And you'll have a pretty good time with it. Trails of Cold Steel 4 obviously coming to the Switch in April, so now's not a bad time to get into that. Long Racer 1 and 2 is down to $29.99. We've got Disgaea 4 Complete for $29.99, which I think is pretty good if you want a game with a ton of content. Disgaea is definitely one that can, you can grind out a lot of hours if nothing else. The games are charming, they don't take themselves too seriously, and for 30 bucks, I think that's pretty good. Alliance Alive HD Remastered is $25. That's a JRPG that was originally released on the 3DS. Didn't get a lot of fanfare, but nice to have it on the Nintendo Switch as well. The Caligula Effect Overdose is $19.99. They actually just announced a sequel for this. I never played the Caligula Effect. I have it on the PC, but yeah, $19.99 for that. Yomawari, the Long Night Collection, 15 bucks. That's pretty good. Disgaea 1 Complete for $19.99. Again, much like Disgaea 4, quite a bit of gameplay, quite a bit of longevity to get out of this. 20 bucks for it, I think, is pretty good. Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk is down to $19.99. Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana is $24. Excellent deal. Ys 8 is a tremendous JRPG. Starts off a little bit slow, but after a little while, the story really starts to pick up and things really start coming together, and it becomes a really compelling JRPG. Great music in this one. Ys combat is awesome, and for 24 bucks, I think that's just a great buy. If you're a fan of JRPGs, check it out. Even if you're not the biggest fan of JRPGs, it's still a game I would recommend because it hits so many of the right notes. The Lost Child is down to $15, and lastly, I do want to mention Disgaea 5 Complete is down to $19.99, which I think is pretty decent as well. The Disgaea games are always going to be pretty good buys. All of these deals, I would say, are pretty good. If I had to pick out anything, Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3, obviously, if you can get your hands on 1 and 2 and play those on some other platform, would definitely recommend that. The Disgaea games are a good look, and also Ys 8 is tremendous, and I would highly recommend that. I can't recommend that game enough, and also Ys 9 is on the way, so that's something to look forward to. You don't need to play all of the games to really enjoy them, but, they're all great games, and if you want to get ready for Ys 9, playing Ys 8 isn't a bad idea. A couple of other things I want to note real quick as far as deals are concerned. Among Us is down to $3.50, which it's Among Us. If you want it, there you go. And then Little Nightmares Complete Edition is down to $7.49. Little Nightmares 2 actually just came out, and that was Little Nightmares 1 was a fantastic game. I haven't put enough time into Little Nightmares 2, but Little Nightmares 1 I thought was a great horror platformer, so I want to give a shout to that as well. Check that out if you guys are interested in a pretty spooky platformer. I think you're going to have quite a good time with that one, especially at $7.50. Lastly, do want to note that Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is down to $40 over on GameFly for a used copy. This is going for like $50 to $60 new, around $50. You can find a sale on Best Buy for a new copy of this. If you're okay with picking up a used copy for $40, I think this is a pretty good deal, and I did want to give that a mention as well. I'm sure a lot of you guys did play the other Hyrule Warriors title. It was pretty good. Age of Calamity is another one to check out and does have a bit of a narrative going on for it, and obviously connects with Breath of the Wild and all that stuff. So $40 for that I thought was pretty good. So that's going to wrap up this one. Again, NIS sale, pretty good. Little Nightmares complete edition sale, I think that's really good. Among Us for $350, can't go wrong with that. And then Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is pretty solid as well. That's going to wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye.